Welcome to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's reading, we're looking into what you can expect for 2024, the new year ahead. So for group number 1, we have the second house in Malachite. For group number 2, we have the third house in Rose Quartz. For group number 3, we have the 12th house in White Howlite. For group number 4, we have the 4th house in Red Jasper. So take your time and pick a card and crystal that's calling out to you. And once you have decided, head to the description and click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. And as always, thank you for the support, for watching my videos, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Welcome to your reading group number 1. With your cards here, we have the second house, material possessions, money, work, income, values, aesthetics, luxuries, security, attitude towards possessions. 6th house, health, diet, daily routine, service, work habits, pets, fitness, skills, organization, and details. And I'll get into the cards on both the left and the right after I'm done with these ones. But for your year ahead, 2024, the main areas I see changes for you are areas that have to do with the second house and the 6th house. You guys are going to be focusing a lot more on yourself, your personal goals, and your own inner work, and you're trying to overcome things to make a better life for yourself in 2024 here with the second house. So this not only has to do with money, but also your own inner self, your inner work that you have to do to achieve those personal goals that have to do with material items. So I also see here, you're likely going to have success, or you're putting in a lot of focus on your career and money. So if you are changing your career in 2024, I feel like this is going to be something that's very successful. I also can see here too, like an increase in money, having more money to do what you want. Maybe this also could be leveling up in your career, getting a promotion. Or if you're self-employed, you're going to finally be seeing some movement with your income there, finally being able to take care of yourself in some way. I also see, too, maybe some of you guys could experience some type of luxury in 2024. So like, even if you do not have the ability to take a luxury vacation or something like that, I also can see this too, like you attracting like friends that have more material success, and maybe they pay for you to take a trip with them, something like this. Like I feel like you're going to be experiencing a lot more blessings with anything that has to do with your second house. And also, before I move on to the next card, you guys can look this up as well. These are astrology houses. So you can look up if you guys have any specific placements in these areas that could be affecting you in 2024. But with the 6th house, I also see you guys are going to continue that inner work with this appearing as well, because this is talking about how you're taking care of yourself, your health. So if you have any health problems in 2024, this is you taking on a specific diet to take care of that. Or if you already have issues, let's say you want to start exercising more, you want to improve your current health conditions that you might have. This is saying like in 2024, you're doing more steps and taking on more to fix that and help that and make it the best it possibly can as an outcome can be. I also think too, with the 6th house, you guys could be spending maybe more time with pets or animals. You could be adopting a new pet in 2024, or there could be some more special moments for you and a pet you currently have. Like maybe you're going to be healing your inner self when you spend time with healthy energies from other living things. So like animals, your pet making you happy. Like for instance, sometimes like when I'm just watching something on my phone, my cat will come up and sit on my lap. And that's something that's healing for me because I just get to pet my cat. She's purring. You know, it's just something very calm and fun to experience when you're not expecting that. Like for an animal to go to you, they trust you. So I feel like you guys could have moments like that. Not to overly pick up on pets, but that is coming through. So something with animals is going to be important for you guys in 2024. But overall, you guys are going to have a lot of good things happen for your career and things that have to do with your personal self and your personal goals, taking care of yourself and improving your life and getting more of what you want. We have 2 career cards, Transporter and Celebrate. So to add on to the second house, you're definitely having movement with money and career. So make sure as the new year approaches, or if you're watching this and it's like already the first month of 2024, maybe have some resolutions that you can work towards that have to do with career and money. Because I feel like that's the number one thing you guys are going to be seeing massive improvements with or massive changes with, but it feels positive. Without any tarot here, like just intuitively, it feels very positive, like making big changes, making big moves. Maybe some of you guys are finally getting courage to take more risk in this area of life, and it pays off big time. But with Celebrate too, I do think you could be celebrated by other people, because I picked up like maybe going on a trip with a friend or a friend wanting to treat you. This could also be a spouse or a significant other, family members, but I feel like you're going to be treated in some way that has to do with receiving gifts, like tangible type of goods like money, jewelry, a trip, something like that that's going to be really like rewarding for you, because I feel like you guys work really hard in your career and money. Now you're finally seeing something. And to the right here, we have Secret Admirer, Unaware of Admirer, Hiding Feelings, Secretly Watching You, Unexpected Love Interest, Bottled Up, Bottling Up Emotions, Avoiding Difficult Emotions, Hard to Open Up, Fear of Speaking Up. So I also feel here that in 2024, because you guys are going to be so focused on other areas of life, maybe your love life does take a little bit of a back seat. But I also feel this is because with Secret Admirer, I feel like if you guys are liking someone, you might keep your feelings bottled up. So you're not going to be as direct in love in 2024. But I also feel like the people who like you, they're also going to be keeping to themselves. But that doesn't mean people don't like you or there can't be anything with love. It's just like, it's not going to be as direct or forthcoming for you in 2024 with romance. Like, it's going to be like people having a crush on you, but not telling you. You having a crush on someone, but not further pursuing it. So anything that has to do with love is going to be a little bit more low key for you. It's going to be a little bit more toned down, but don't think this means that it's always going to be like that. I feel like this is taking a back seat in 2024 because you're having so much with all these other areas of life. And if you have your money up, your career up, your health up, taking care of yourself, exercising, like all this good stuff with these 2 houses here, you're definitely eventually going to attract better options in love, and maybe people who are on a higher vibrational level and energy match with you. So now I'm going to put down some tarot and get more insight into what you can expect from 2024. Okay, so what I see here with the first card down, the World, this card is representing what you can expect mostly as a theme for 2024. So the World represents completion, feeling whole, and achieving many goals. So you guys are definitely going to be achieving a lot in 2024, heavily focused on career and money. So I want you guys to know right now that like this year is something like, I don't think you're going to experience every success at the beginning of the year, but this is something that's going to see progress slowly but surely throughout every month. So in January, you might not achieve every business goal you have, right? But you're going to be starting on something in January, and then each month goes by, you're going to see that goal have a little bit more growth and reach closer to its finish line, its completion, to something successful. So in December, you guys should be in a completely different place than January, even though it might seem slow at first. It's kind of like Slow and steady wins the race for you guys this year, but it does not mean there's no progress. It's just not giant leaps all at once. But in turn, this will make it easier for you to handle changes, and that's going to be good for your mental health. With the Eight of Wands here, that fast-paced energy is leaving your life in 2024. So this isn't only for your career and money. We also picked that up earlier with romance. There is a little bit of a slowdown, but I feel like this is happening so you guys can grow with your personal goals and look within yourself and find out what you really want. Maybe you have to reevaluate this year your goals in love, your goals in career. And with a slower pace, it's allowing you to have time to finally digest things that you haven't yet from previous years, previous traumas. Maybe some things are going to resurface, but so you can fully process those and move on from them and have something that you really want, something that's more in alignment with who you are now or going to be in 2024 versus the old version of yourself in previous years or previous time periods. And something else I see here with Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups, these two cards are talking about your talents and your opportunities that you're going to have in 2024. So you guys should be really proud of yourself with the Wheel of Fortune. Like, I feel like the way I feel right now, I feel like you guys should be proud of yourself now, but also in 2024, you guys are just going to feel really happy with yourself. You're going to like pat yourself on the back and feel like, okay, I'm doing the work, I'm making the changes, I'm doing everything I can, and that's enough. And you know you're doing everything in your power to make changes, and you're slowly going to start seeing how you're changing things. You're going to see that making an impact in your life. So for instance, with the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups talks about having to walk away from things. So you're having many opportunities in 2024 to walk away from things that are no longer serving you. You're having the chance here with the Wheel of Fortune to choose where your destiny is going to shift. So instead of having a bunch of dead-end opportunities or, dealing with things that kill your energy and make it negative, you're having more opportunities to choose to walk towards something better. And you're not going to have as many situations where you're stuck in dead ends. Like, you're going to be presented with more opportunities. That's allowing you to have the choice to direct yourself to a better future in the first place, right? So let's say if a job opportunity doesn't work out, with your second house appearing, we know that you're going to have growth in this area. So let's say if something doesn't work out, there's going to be something that lines up afterwards, or through your effort, you're going to find a way to get over that and have growth there anyways. So I'm really happy for you guys because that's something that it's not easy to have like pathways. And sometimes you have to make those pathways yourself. But you guys are going to have more presented to you, I feel, not only through your hard work, but I feel like you're kind of having a thing where it's like you're in the right place at the right time. You're going to be having that growth when you need it, but that's not something you can control, right? It's kind of like a destiny, or if the universe allows it, that's what I'm picking up. And with the Two of Wands and Judgment here, this is talking about obstacles you might have and how to overcome them. So with the Two of Wands, you might have some obstacles with planning and sticking to plans. I feel like this could be happening because you're trying to figure things out this year. You're having more of a slowdown. Maybe some of you guys are going to be in a state where you keep going back and revising those plans over and over again because you want to make sure they're right, they're going to work out. But I feel like this is saying to use your better judgment, try to trust yourself, try to trust the universe, try to trust the way things are working out, and don't try to overthink things. Try not to live in your head as much. Write your plans down and then leave them. Don't be so obsessed about tweaking every little thing before you move on, because by practicing more of a healthy judgment, writing your plans down and letting it be, you're allowing yourself to have less stress. You're allowing yourself to view things more clearly here with judgment, seeing things as they are, not revising them over and over again anytime you might have a slight change in your perspective. This is saying don't be so fixed on every detail. Try to move slowly but surely and allow yourself to experience what you need to this year. And lastly, with the Seven of Swords, this is one way you can achieve your goals and dreams in 2024. So I feel like this is saying to watch out for other people or watch out for self-sabotage in 2024, because the Seven of Swords makes me think of someone like taking or stealing. So be careful of other people's judgment as well. Don't let other people's judgment cloud your own. Listen to your own judgment. Listen to yourself. Trusting yourself is something that's going to allow you to go so far in 2024. But also, this ties into the Two of Wands and Judgment card. Not to repeat myself, but if you don't trust your own plans or you keep going back, maybe that's a form of self-sabotage you have to work on in 2024 because you're not trusting your initial judgment. You keep going back, and that could sabotage something for you. Obviously, if something truly comes up and you have to fix that, use your own discernment. But this is saying, like, you guys will know what I'm talking about if this appears in 2024 and you think of this reading. Like, if there's something you know that's going to be fine, don't keep going back. Move forward. And don't let other people stop you from working on these goals, these dreams you have. Don't let people judge you either. Like, for instance, I do pick up a slowdown in love. So don't let, like, if friends and family are judging you for not focusing on love relationships, don't let that judgment stop you from completing your goals with career and money or your inner self. Continue that regardless of these outside thoughts and judgments people might have on you. But that was your reading group number 1. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did like it, consider liking the video, subscribing. If you haven't yet, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. And I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Welcome to your reading group number 2. With your cards here, we have the 3rd house, the mind, thoughts, social media, communication, neighborhood, siblings, early education, social activities, 8th house, endings, beginnings, sex, the occult, mysteries, intensity, obsessions, the underworld, secret, shadows. And I'll get into the cards on the left and right in a second, but I want to address these ones first. So for your year ahead in 2024, the 3rd house and the 8th house represent the areas of life you will be experiencing the most changes in, or these could be the areas that are going to be more in your focus, okay? So the 3rd house has to do with communication, and the 8th house has to do with death, sex, the occult, and it also can relate to money as well. So these are areas that are going to be very important for you. I think you're going to be very, very intelligent in 2024. Like, you could be smart right now, you guys watching this. I feel like 2024 is going to be a year where you guys are really excelling, like in everything. Like, you're really going to be realizing things that you didn't before. So I feel like you're going to receive a lot of information, or if you're reflecting on old information, things are just going to click, okay? And when they click, you're going to make a lot of changes. So this is going to be a very transformative year, but it's also a year I feel like you're going to be the most intelligent that you ever were. That's the main thing I'm picking up. Like, you're going to be so smart, and this intelligence is going to save you in 2024. It's going to help you overcome any obstacles that come your way. With the 8th house, I feel like you guys are going to have your ideas towards romantic relationships change. Like, maybe you believed in something that was unhealthy, and now you're realizing, oh, what I previously believed in didn't work for me. So now I'm changing my attitudes towards relationships this year. I also feel like for some reason you guys are going to be reading books more. You're going to be using communication, but I don't feel like it's as strongly through just social media. It could be, but I feel like you're going to be reading more books, like going to a bookstore or researching things that have to do with psychology and relationships. And this is making you realize a lot of things you previously didn't. With your romance cards, we have twists and turns, unpredictable, abrupt changes, hard to understand, unstable situation, reconciliation, restoring harmony, get together, socializing, making up. So I do think it's possible in 2024 you could have previous connections or people reach out to you to try to repair a failed relationship. This is up to you guys whether or not you want to do that. I do think here I don't think you're going to reconcile people who want to come forward to you, but you're definitely going to have those people come up anyway and ask for forgiveness or a second try. With twists and turns, I do think you guys have to be very careful with your love relationships this year, because I'm picking up strong transformation energy, and with the 8th house appearing here, I do think that love can be tricky for you in 2024. It's not going to be non-existent. It's very present in 2024, but that's why you have to be even more careful, because with twists and turns, this makes me think of people who might want to come back appearing like they have changed, but they really haven't. So please protect your own energy, your own space. I feel like a lot of you guys aren't going to be accepting those offers to reconnect with people who don't really deserve it. So that's good, but I feel like you guys have to also be careful with any love connections you're building in 2024, because there could be a lot of drama here with twists and turns, or if you are already in a connection, there could be some turbulence there, some drama, nothing that can't be recovered. Because if you're in a long-term relationship here with reconciliation, I do think if this is a relationship that has been going good, it just could be there are certain things you might disagree with your partner that need further discussion, further communication, as we see here that's highlighted. So just be aware of that, you guys. And with your career and money cards here, we have growing up and motivator. So I don't feel like you guys are immature. That's not why growing up's appearing. Growing up is appearing because in 2024, I feel like you guys are going to become more responsible with your career and money. So you could be deciding to willingly take on more responsibilities. You could be more motivated here with motivator. So like you're feeling more career and money ambitions stronger than you have in the previous year. Maybe you're starting to find out more of what your life purpose is. You're possibly gathering more information with the 3rd house here that's making things more clear on what you want to do with your career and money and how you want to navigate your life when it comes to your finances, because it's not just about career. It's how can you receive money and use that as a tool and energy that's going to bring you even more positive energies. And I feel like that's something you're going to be tackling in 2024 very successfully. So I'm going to put down some tarot cards so you guys can get some more insight into how your 2024 will go. With your first card, the Emperor, this is representing the main theme or the main energy you're going to encounter or deal with in 2024. So I feel like you guys are really going to be taking control of your life. This isn't just with one area, it's multiple areas. So you're going to be looking at things as someone who has more power, who has more control, like the Emperor. You're going to be looking over your kingdom, which in this case is your life, and you're going to be finding out ways how you can manage things to be the best they possibly can be. And something that is leaving you here is the 7 of Pentacles. So with the 7 of Pentacles, you're leaving behind working very hard or putting in lots of energy and not receiving a payoff. So you're approaching things with trying to gain more control, but you're leaving behind like working so hard on something and seeing no results from it. You're going to approach things by working smarter, not harder. And I'm picking up extreme like increase in your intelligence, or you're having like extreme clarity that's allowing you to see things for how they actually are. And something else I want to mention here too, with the 2 previous house cards, the 3rd house and the 8th house, I also feel like it's possible this year Like family secrets could be revealed to you. Like maybe you find out a secret that has to do with your family, your friends, someone you have a close connection to, and this is making you realize like, oh my God, like this makes the past make so much more sense now that I have all this new information. So some of you guys could be healing past traumas that have to do with your friends, your family, your close connections, because maybe you're starting to see all the truth of those connections in the first place. Maybe it's kind of like if you grow up in a dysfunctional family as a kid and now you become an adult, maybe you don't realize all that stuff until you're older and you can see it through an adult's eyes. And then you're like, oh, this isn't normal. This isn't right. Some of you guys are going to be gaining information or knowledge on that lets you see through all that and finally heal and move past it. For a talent you're going to be expressing or using a lot this year, this is represented by the King of Cups. You guys are going to be someone who's very mature. You're going to be able to feel your emotions. You're going to be able to express your emotions in a way that's very eloquent and people will listen to you. Like with the past card too, motivator, it's like you're going to say things in a way that's like a motivational speaker. Your words are going to have power in 2024. And I also feel that too with like the feeling of you reading books. Maybe you're getting knowledge, special or niche knowledge from books that make you be able to approach things like the King of Cups in a more mature and knowledgeable way while still being in touch with your emotions. Like you're not just saying facts and statistics to people to get your point across. You're saying those logical things along with emotion from your heart, from your soul, the way you feel. Like you're going to be someone in 2024. You're combining both those things to reach people in a way others can't, like at such a deep level. People are going to be really connecting and resonating with what you have to say. And with the 9 of Swords, this talks about future opportunities. So I feel like this year is a year of, again, transformation. A year of transformation and overcoming any past grief, gaining extreme knowledge of past things that have happened, understanding things more clearly. So I'm not going to lie, there are going to be times during this year with the 9 of Swords that you do feel grief, you do feel sad, you don't understand everything, but you're having moments where you're having the ability to clear this energy out. And it's not just like, okay, you're dealing with it slightly. It's like, I feel like you're having a release of old trauma this year that's allowing you to finally transform and move on to something better. Not carrying this energy with you in the future. You're finally leaving it and burying it this year. I also see here with the Queen of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords, these 2 cards talk about obstacles you might have and how to deal with them. So for Queen of Pentacles to come up as an obstacle, this could mean trying not to spend money or trying not to be overly involved with material aspects of life as a form of distraction from your emotional pain. So this means like everyone I think does this to some level, but like for instance, let's say you're sad and you want to online shop. So instead of getting like 1 lipstick, you end up buying like 6. You know, you're just shopping for emotional relief. So this isn't saying you can never treat yourself or buy things that make you happy, but this is saying try to avoid behaviors where you're using material goods to compensate for the lack of feeling good emotionally. Because this is just going to bog you down further. And the way you overcome this with the 3 of Swords, this is saying your opportunity lies in facing this grief head on in 2024. Anything that comes up, face it head on without fear. For if you fully feel it, it will eventually not be as painful and you'll be able to overcome whatever this is. I definitely feel a big secret's going to be revealed to you in 2024. So just be prepared for that, because it does seem like this is something upsetting, but it's also something that's going to catapult you further. It's going to allow you to see the truth. And with that truth, You're going to be able to build something that's not going to fall away because it's based on a lie. So any lies or previous stuff that has happened, it's going to be revealed this year so you can fully process it, grieve it, and move on. And you want to do that. You don't want to hide it. You don't want to ignore your emotions this year. This is saying fully face how you feel. With that King of Cups card, that's going to be a talent of yours, facing everything head on and overcoming it and not letting it hold you down anymore. If you ignore this, it will come back later on more harsh and probably at an inconvenient time where you can't process it. So this is saying do the work this year for things to work out. And with the Hanged Man here, this is going to be how you achieve your goals and dreams this year. The Hanged Man is about approaching things with a different perspective. It's about not having to sacrifice everything anymore. The Hangman can talk about having to sacrifice, but in this case, I feel like it's you guys not sacrificing anymore because you know the truth. You're now being faced with things this year that are going to make it so you radically see things different. And this perspective change allows you to see different opportunities. It allows you to view difficult experiences as a catalyst for something else that could be not difficult. Your mind this year is having a radical transformation. So I feel like the Hanged Man is representing that twist in your brain, reversing things in your brain. You're finally seeing it. So one way you'll overcome these difficulties or you'll reach your dreams and your goals is by having hope and trying to see the best perspective, trying to look at things as positively as you can, even when you're faced with, life-changing revelations, life-changing, information. But I do think you guys are going to be setting the foundation in 2024 for you guys to achieve a lot more later on. Some of this is the universe changing things and you processing it and finding ways to handle all that change. So that was your reading, group number 2. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did like it, consider liking the video, subscribing, hitting the notification bell if you haven't yet, so you don't miss any other videos like this. And I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 3, with your cards here. We have the 12th house, spirituality, healing, unseen realm, subconscious mind, solitude, karma, forgiveness, limiting beliefs. 11th house, friendship groups, tribe, the future, common goals, collective creation, hopes and wishes, humanitarianism. And I'll get to the other cards on the left and the right in a minute. But in 2024, these 2 houses represent the 2 areas where you're going to be focusing on the most or where you're going to be experiencing the most changes in your life. So with the 12th house can talk about the subconscious mind, things unseen. So your dreams, spirituality, but also it can sometimes talk about isolation. And when it's next to the 11th house represents friendship, groups, how you connect to organizations, people. So I feel like those of you who picked this pile, you could be coming to terms with past situations where you felt isolated or you didn't feel part of a community or your tribe. Maybe you were around people, even when you were around people who were of a same background as you, they looked the same as you, they were from a similar community as you still felt isolated, okay? So this is coming to terms with that this year. You're overcoming this difficulty of potentially having been isolated a lot in your past, not being an insider. It's you're always standing out or you're always being seen as an outsider or someone who doesn't fit in, even when you're trying to fit in. But I also see this too, that in 2024, you also could be looking at how you relate to certain organizations or community structures in your life. So, for instance, some of you guys could be looking at a church you've been at since you were a child. Maybe you've been following a certain teaching for a long time. And this teaching now no longer serves you. So now you could be questioning this organization, like, what is my relation to this church, this organization, the teachings they have? And you could be changing how you're viewing yourself and the people within those organizations. This is also something you're going to be experiencing throughout 2024. You're going to be questioning things. Maybe you could be also questioning like the government, like how the government organizes things in society. Maybe you're questioning your family. Maybe you're questioning, like, no matter where you live, right? Like, I live in the United States, right? So depending on where you live, maybe you're questioning like certain cultural customs in your country that relate to a big problem that's happening. Like, I feel like you guys are just going to be thinking of things on a deeper level, okay? But I also think not only are you thinking about those type of things, you're thinking about how you could have been isolated throughout your life because you didn't fit in with the crowd or you didn't fit in with the groups you were supposed to. So you're overcoming difficulties related to that isolation or those isolation periods in your life this year. But that still means you're going to be, thinking about those things and doing that work this year, even though you're overcoming it. And for your career cards here, we have control and next level. So when it comes to career and money in 2024, you're going to not be as strict with yourself. You're not going to be like as perfectionistic in 2024. And this is going to give you some advancements with your career and money. Maybe you're allowing yourself to take more breaks. You're not staying overtime. You're not picking up as many shifts because maybe you don't see a benefit. But ironically, because you are not pushing as hard in this area, I feel like you're going to be seeing benefits there. You're taking actions with your career and money and thinking, if this works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm not going to stress myself further because I'm doing everything I can. And this leads to you having some breakthroughs by not over questioning yourself. You're putting work out there and it reaches the right people. This is especially true if you're a creative person. Maybe you guys are doing something creative like how I'm doing, like you're posting YouTube videos. You're doing something with social media or graphic design, something like this, right? You could be not thinking too much about your work and just putting it out there, and then it finds the right audience and it levels it up. It gives you more money. Maybe people offer to donate to you because you're just doing the work from a place of, your heart space, your creativity. You're not thinking about this so technically. You're just wanting to create, and that's giving you more rewards in that area in 2024. And this doesn't just have to relate to career and money. I feel like your creativity and you doing things from your heart space, not just logically, is going to give you a lot of benefits. And with your love and relationship cards here, we have Rising Star, being in the spotlight, growing quickly, dreams coming true, bright future, tied up, restrictions, feeling trapped, victimized, passive in love. So for your romance in 2024, I actually think you guys are going to have a mix of positive and negative things. With Rising Star, I feel like you could be attracting some positive attention in love and romance because I feel like you guys are going to be a rising star with next level appearing with the other cards. I feel like you guys are going to be approaching things in a way that makes it so you're losing that sense of isolation. You're creating with the goal in mind to find community and like-minded people. And there's going to be people who are drawn to you because they agree with your ideas. They also might feel previous feelings of isolation and find you as their new community. Because like I said, you're leaving that isolation behind. So you're going to find some people who really resonate with you, and maybe you're going to talk about this online, or you're going to create art that relates to this, and people, they really connect with it too from their heart space. But with that being said, I also think it's possible, for whatever reason, you're going to be feeling restricted a little bit with love in 2024. So maybe even though you're building more of a community, you're losing that isolation. Maybe you're limited a bit because you're going to have to learn ways you can overcome behaviors and patterns that you're still practicing that you're still doing because they come from that period of isolation even though you're leaving it. So you could be approaching people with a distance still, not being as open, or, you might want to cut someone off before they cut you off. Being worried something's not going to work out, so you sabotage it before that could happen. So this is saying you're going to have to do some work in love by preventing yourself from feeling tied up in, overcoming those feelings of isolation in that area and not doing things like that so it doesn't sabotage you. This card could also be saying that some of the people that you have an interest in, they could possibly be busy, tied up. So some of the people you might want to have a further connection with, it's something that seems to lead somewhere, but then it doesn't. But with Rising Star, you are going to have some people and some connections that do last. They aren't just going to fizzle out. So I'm going to put down some tarot cards and get further insight into your 2024. The first card is the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is something you're going to be dealing with a lot this year as a main theme, or something you're going to encounter a lot. So the Six of Cups talks about past nostalgia, past memories. So it also can talk about healing. So I feel like you're healing a lot of issues from your past, that isolation, especially with the 12th house appearing. I feel like you guys are evaluating things a lot deeper, and it's allowing you to heal your patterns and your behaviors that negatively affect you, that you might have developed as a form of survival in the past. Like maybe you had to act a certain way because you were isolated. You were seen as an outsider, so you couldn't fully always show your true self. But even though you might have hid those behaviors, you were still isolated. You were still an outsider, even though you tried to do things to conform, right? So this is finding ways to overcome those survival skills that you have learned in the past and healing from them. So now you can be your true self and not hide and find a true community for you. I also can see this too as overcoming the trauma of isolating or being isolated, not finding your communities. Even if you really wanted to, for whatever reason, it's like it was blocked off for you to have a community. So this is saying like you're overcoming those challenges this year. And with the Knight of Swords, this energy of things moving in your life, coming in fast, and then leaving just as quickly, that's leaving your life in 2024. I feel like you're going to have less of that come in quick, leave quick energy with people. I feel like you're going to be trying to work on finding connections with other people that are more long lasting. So they're not just going to enter your life for a day and then instantly leave. Like you're trying to find a way this year to build energy up where you're going to have long-term connections, long-term emotional building with other people. So it's like, instead of you working on a relationship and, you're putting energy into it and you're not getting anything back, I feel like you're finding ways to overcome those energies, and you're going to be able to find something solid, like a real friend, a real connection where you and someone else can build something together. And I feel like one way you're going to be doing this here is with the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So both of these cards talk about creativity, taking a part in something like an artistic pursuit of some kind. So I feel like you guys are doing something that's building a community. It's building you a piece of something you didn't have. So maybe some of you guys are getting fed up with isolation and you're like, I'm going to build my own community. I'm going to build my own space for people like me to relate and feel safe. Or you're sharing art that makes people feel that way. But your main talent and opportunity this year is creativity. Creativity is going to give you so much. So do a lot to brainstorm, do a lot to express yourself in the ways you feel comfortable with, because this is going to be the thing that pushes you forward in 2024. Your key to success is being creative, being artistic, looking for opportunities that allow you to be that authentic version of yourself, unrestricted, or making those opportunities yourself if you can't find them. An upcoming obstacle that you're going to have is the Queen of Pentacles, and a way you can overcome this is the Fool. So the Queen of Pentacles being your obstacle, I actually think one of the previous groups had this as an obstacle as well. So their message was not using material things to compensate for the hurt they have emotionally. So I think this is a similar message for you guys here. Instead of using material things like a car or let's say like I use the example of like instead of buying like one lipstick, you end up buying 6. Or instead of buying like one pair of shoes, you buy 10 like to fill that emotional void. Kind of like shopping therapy. So instead of doing that, try to use your art to fill that emotional void. Create something beautiful to fill in your emotional void. Don't use money or material things to fix your issues in 2024 because that's not going to help you. It's something that's going to make more obstacles for you by putting a dent in your wallet, giving you less money to focus on your creative pursuits. And it's just going to be something that's temporary and makes you feel even worse after because then you're like, okay, this didn't really help me. It was very short, fleeting joy. So focus on things that give you long-term joys, not short-term and fleeting. And with the Fool here, it's saying to overcome some of the obstacles you have by being more spontaneous, approaching things as they're brand new, taking a risk. As we see here with the Fool card, the person in the picture is standing right on the ledge. They're doing something that might be dangerous or risky, but it's something that makes them feel alive and gives them more joy. So you guys also have to try to overcome these obstacles. Instead of replacing them with money or material things, take a risk, take an adventure, walk outside and do something you haven't before. That's going to help you this year. And lastly, the way you can try to achieve your goals and dreams is thinking of yourself as the 9 of Pentacles here. It's very interesting to me too because your obstacle is the Queen of Pentacles, and one way you can achieve your goals and dreams is represented by the 9 of Pentacles. These cards have similar energy. Try to overcome obstacles and achieve what you want by thinking of yourself as someone who already has things. So in the 9 of Pentacles, we can see the woman in this card is already in luxury. She is on a vineyard with the birds, the grapes. She has everything there. She doesn't need anything. So you guys have to try to approach things from the perspective that you already have everything you need to create. You already have everything there to live in luxury. Like, yeah, you might not actually have like a 10-year aged wine. You might have a cheap like Walmart wine in your kitchen, right? But you can still drink that wine and enjoy luxury. You don't need to spend money on the latest things. You can recreate luxury with less resources, with less materials, and that's going to give you success. You're focusing on things that aren't really going to be affecting you. Focus on what you have that already gives you luxury and joy, because even if you have a cheap, quote unquote cheap version of something, that's still a luxury to some people. They don't even have that. So this is saying focus on things you do have to push you forward, and don't let that stop your creation. Don't think, oh, I don't have enough to create. You do. Be resourceful. So that was your reading, group number 3. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did like it, consider liking the video, subscribing if you haven't yet, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. And I hope to see you guys in the next reading. And I hope your 2024 is creatively successful and brings you joy. Welcome to your reading, group number 4, with your cards here. We have the 4th house, home, family, roots, self-care, childhood, personal foundations, real estate, kitchen witch, shelter. 10th house, career, reputation, fame, legacy, public image, status, purpose, notoriety, achievement, power, and empire. And I'll get to the cards on the left and the right in a minute, but to address these 2 cards here first, these are 2 house cards relating to the houses in astrology. So these 2 houses are representing the areas of your life you're going to see the most changes in, or you're going to be focused on the most in 2024. So with the 4th house, this represents the house of your home, your family. So I feel like you guys could have issues with your family highlighted in 2024. This doesn't mean a continuation necessarily of issues, but it could be like you're solving issues with your family, reconciliation with family members. or it could be working through those family issues just in general, okay? But I also see this too, like if you wanted to start a family or you wanted to take care of your family, you guys are going to have good luck with building a foundation for yourself and your family members. Or if you're welcoming in a new baby in 2024, you're doing things to build a home and bring comfort and care for your child or your children in 2024. And with the 10th house here, you guys will also have a strong focus on career and your reputation, your public image. I also see this appearing because you guys could have an increase in your fame and your recognition. So maybe something you're doing with your career, your talent, a skill, a hobby, something you're doing there is going to bring attention to yourself and give you more of a like social status, or this could even be like if you post on social media, getting more followers. And then because you have more followers, you have more opportunities to use that fame or that recognition as a tool to build for your family, for your home. I also can see this too with these two cards appearing. There could be a move required to a new home. So you guys could be doing this because you want a change of scenery in 2024, or it could be there's something that you're doing with your career within the 10th house that requires you to move someplace else to build a new home to pursue that dream or that career, that skill, okay? And with your career cards here, we have trust and unreliable. While I do sense here that you guys are going to have some luck or something that brings you more attention, with the 10th house appearing here, with unreliable, this is saying that you could have a couple of false starts. So there could be a couple of times where you think, okay, this is an opportunity, this is the break, and then it doesn't work out. This is because these opportunities that are unreliable, they're not supposed to work out because they're dead ends. If they were to work out, it would take you off course and bring you to something worse. So this is saying have trust that if you encounter false starts with your career, with your money in 2024, that this is something that's going to pass, and it really is a protection for you that these opportunities, these false starts do not work, okay? But it might still be stressful, so I want to warn you guys of that. But I do still see here that there is something here with career and money, your reputation that's gonna be highlighted in 2024. And with your love and relationship cards here, we have taking a gamble, a risk worth taking chances, a leap of faith, optimistic mindset. Then we have cherry on top, something extra special, better than expected, making it better, perfection. So I feel like in terms of your love relationships or romance, I feel like there could be someone that you might not have time, I guess, to like go out with them or build a relationship with. But this is saying there's someone here who's going to appear where it's going to be a lot better than you think. This person's going to match you more than you're imagining in your head, or maybe you're trying to write this person off and make reasons up why you don't want to see them. But if you took a chance or you made time to meet up with this person in 2024, like when this situation arises, that it actually could be a really good relationship and they could help you with making other areas of your life like more easy. This could be someone you have a connection with and they help you with your career and aspects that relate to your 10th house. So you might not be willing to talk to this person at first, but the more you do, you actually get along with them, you actually like them. I don't mean this as in like, oh, like take a chance on someone you don't like. I feel like this is someone you will like. It's just for whatever reason you're making an excuse or you don't have time to see them. So this is saying when that happens, try to make time to see this person. Try to interact with others in that way. Maybe you guys don't really want to deal with a lot of romance or stuff like that, and that's why you're putting it off. Because it seems here it's like, okay, family, career, you're focused on other things. But this also could be like if you're already in a relationship with someone, there could be someone who starts out wanting romance from you, but they actually could become a friend once they realize, okay, like you're already involved with someone and they could help you in other ways. Like they're still a genuine person, even though you're not seeking romance with them. So I just want to put that out there. That it might start off romantic, but this could be someone, even if you don't have a romantic interest in them or you're already with someone, they could still be a connection that help you in other ways with like the 10th house I'm picking up especially. So I'm going to put down some cards and see what tarot messages want to come through for your 2024. Okay, with this card here, we have the 6 of Wands. So the main theme of this new year or this year ahead that you're going to be experiencing is a lot of recognition and success. So the 6 of Wands is talking about you being represented by the guy on the horse. You're walking through the crowd, being cheered on. So there's something you're doing that's giving you a lot of recognition. So I feel like this is a talent, a hobby of yours, or something you're currently like already have been working on. Possibly like if you've been building up some type of community with art, or if you've been working on something and you have yet to release it publicly, maybe in 2024, once you finally release that publicly, that's when you're starting to get acclaim or success in some way related to whatever it is you're releasing. But I feel like this recognition is related to an increase in money or an increase in your ability to receive like more opportunities. So like more recognition can mean more connections, leading to more opportunities. Something that's leaving your life is Knight of Pentacles energy. So with this Knight of Pentacles as energy that's leaving your life from the previous year, maybe you guys were on a search for money opportunities, looking for ways to make money, trying to have a breakthrough, seeking out ways you can financially benefit your family, yourself, trying to find ways you can monetize a skill or hobby of yours. So maybe as this recognition comes in, you don't have to do as much when it comes to looking for those opportunities. More of those opportunities will be coming to you because of that increase in recognition that I just said. And for talents that you'll be expressing this year or taking a hold of this year, the Magician here represents your ability to create and be resourceful, your ability to manifest and succeed. So I feel like you guys possibly were manifesting more recognition. This could be something you were working on for a long time. Like maybe you were trying to manifest a skill or hobby of yours, or if you're in a career, it's not necessarily like something you're working on yourself, but you're working for like an organization. There's something you're doing here. You manifested your talent being recognized, okay? Like either which way, it doesn't have to fall exactly like, okay, you have a hobby that gets big, or you have a talent at a corporation that gets big. Like it doesn't have to be exactly like that. Those are just examples, but there's something here you manifested that you're doing that brings you success and more people reaching out to you, more people wanting to help you or hire you to do something for them. With future opportunities coming for you, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So this means generosity, more people seeking you out. I feel like this year is going to be a turnaround maybe from previous years. Like maybe you guys had to do a lot alone, but this year, because of that recognition, more people are offering to speak with you. More people are offering to help you. But an obstacle and challenge to that is with the 2 of Cups, you have to be careful who is asking to take part in your success. You have to be careful who's approaching you and use your own discernment to see if these people are actually genuine or if they kind of just want to ride your success or take from you because you're having all this increase in recognition, money, opportunities. They're related, right? There's people who see this and they genuinely want to help you or be a part of that. But then there's another group of people who just want the benefits. So you guys have to overcome this obstacle, this challenge, by being like the King of Cups, being emotionally mature, not being emotionally impulsive and thinking, oh my God, this is such an awesome opportunity, I'm instantly going to take it. No, you have to practice discernment and realize, do I have to deny this opportunity? Do I have to deny this person trying to reach out to me, even if it seems professional or respectable? Do you have a feeling that it's not something worth pursuing? Or do you have a gut feeling that it's just not right? This is saying, listen to that. It doesn't mean you can't talk with people. You should be talking to people more and seeing their intentions, their motives, but you have to try to be more like the King of Cups and overcome this obstacle of more people wanting your time, more people wanting your energy, by trying to look at things in a smart way, in an emotionally balanced way, and not just take everything that comes to you. And maybe a test for this is those false starts I mentioned earlier. Like, you could have some false starts with career and money, thinking that's the break and it's not. Maybe that false start or those couple of false starts are the test. So once you finally do get that break, you could have people like this coming in again, giving you more false starts. And you already have the experience with the beginning of the year. So later on in the year, once you get the success, once you get this recognition, you can better weed out people who aren't worthy of your time. And lastly here, the 10 of Cups is showing how you can achieve your goals and dreams. So this is saying to approach things with love, to approach things with joy, optimism, positivity. Do not give up this year. Like I said, if you encounter things that don't work out, trust that around the corner there's another opportunity, or you can make an opportunity with the Magician appearing here. You have ability, you have talents. You just need, you need that right place to shine. You need that right time, the right opportunity to have what you're doing take off. Also, I mentioned earlier that with your romantic relationship, someone could be reaching out to you, but you might not be either, you're not interested, you're with someone else, or you like this person, but it's not like the right time, you're too busy. This person, even if nothing works out romantically with this person, there's someone who could be a friend who is still genuine. So this is saying, like, you still need to work with other people or talk to other people. It's just that don't think because you talk to them once, it solves everything, okay? This is saying talk to people, collaborate with them. That's important. But don't think, okay, I shouldn't talk to this person at all. You might have to talk to more people than ever this year to find out more about them, to find out if they're genuine. So talk. Collaborate with people, group up with people. This is something that will give you more success. You just have to be very careful when you're doing so. So that was your reading, group number 4. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did like it, consider liking the video, subscribing if you haven't yet, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope your year works out as successfully as it seems here in this reading, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.